So Ross, due to unforeseen circumstances, the library will be closed today.
We've seen this before, haven't we?
We have.
Occasions.
We have.
A few times down in Cork, but they're after changing their tactic. Now they're saying that they're closing it due to demonstrations. So we're not forcing the library to close. All we want to do is have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
A very civil conversation, because we have very serious questions to ask. And they're avoiding these questions.
Yeah, they are avoiding these questions. They don't want to engage with us at all. Like, what's unforeseen about the books?
You know what? That's a very good look. Due to unforeseen circumstances, and they foresaw us coming here today, and this is why the library is closed. We checked on the way up the river there, and we checked on the way. They said they were going to be open today at 10 a.m. And here it is, and because they were hoping that we passed through by then, I'm sure this is why they're closed today. And the other thing is they're trying to get the public anger against us.
They
for
really are
closing down
trying
the library.
Yeah, they really are trying to get the public outrage, as we seen yesterday, you know. And like, it did get a bit messy outside. They were shouting a lot of accusations at us. We were trying to talk to them. Very hard to reason with people who are ripping up leaflets in your face when you're trying to give them this vital information to protect childhood. You know?
They already have their minds made up, so there's no chance in talking to them at all on any level, because when you try to open up a dialogue, they just keep on shutting you down. I don't know. There's a difference between us and them. We're always willing to engage and extend the olive branch. They never are. They've got their minds made up.
Exactly, and just goes to show how they won't engage with us. Don't want absolutely nothing to do with protecting childhood. You know, we were very, very peaceful in the library yesterday. You know, we were getting our message across that these dating apps are in the book, and the complete stonewall out of it. It's unreal that they won't acknowledge that the promotion of dating apps and everything else that's in the book there.
I was looking at the comments in on the video.
Yeah.
And that was one of the few comments came up time and time again. They're not willing to engage. They can't come up with a sentence between a lot of them.
No.
I think there was 6 or 7 of them there.
Yeah.
And they can come up with one rational argument between a lot of them.
No.
And look, this is what's in the books here.
This is what's in the books, you know. This is, what book is this out of?
I think that's What's the Tea.
This is out of What's the Tea, you know. So this is what they're calling education for children at the age of 12 years of age, when they should be keeping their innocence. This is the filth and the fetish stuff that they're trying to push onto our kids. You know, children need to be kept their innocence, you know, and this is only a small portion. I'll read it out. Oral sex, using the mouth, whether for kissing, sucking or licking someone else's body parts, can be an important part of sex and arousing for both people involved. You can use your mouth on any part of another person's body, on their forehead to their toes. There are a few specific terms which describe oral sex in particular parts of the body. What's this? Cunnilingus? What's that word?
I don't even know. It's a new one on me.
Cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus. Yeah.
Cunnilingus.
All right.
This means using parts of the mouth, like the lips and tongue, to stimulate someone's vulva, whatever that word is. The clitoris and the entrance of the vagina are especially sensitive, and many people find having them stimulated intense and pleasurable. This is sometimes called giving head, going down on someone, or eating out.
And this is what the so-called was he a pastor was protecting yesterday.
The pastor yesterday thinks these are perfectly fine for children to be getting their hands on, perfectly fine for their little minds to be corrupted with this filth. It's absolutely nothing to do with relationships, with love of a partner, with holding and looking after a relationship for long term. There's absolutely nothing about that in this. Nothing. It's all sex and sleaze. That's all it is.
It's all about having as many sexual partners as you want, and this book, Is Gay, goes into detail about that.
Yeah.
There's no problem with porn. It's fine and fun. And this is what they're protecting, and they're calling us backwards, regressive. But what are they progressing towards? They're not progressing towards natural traditional values.
No.
They're progressing towards this paedophile paradise dystopia.
And that's exactly what it is, though, you know, and we do have to take that into account, because, like, you know, why are they pushing these onto children? We have to ask why. You know, who would do that? What kind of a person would want a child to know this stuff?
Yeah.
What kind of a person?
A groomer.
It's yeah.
A groomer.
You know, and we're saying it here and there, and that's what they are. This book, this grooms children to make sex like it's okay, it's the everyday thing. No, sex between a man and a woman is very special and should be kept that way. Not made out that, oh, it's just pleasurable for each other. No, it's more than that. Sex is about having a relationship of love, you know. It's not just all lust. And that's all that's in these books, is just how to perform better in bed and how to be sleazy.
The more sexual partners you have, the less likely you are to have a long-term bonding with someone. And I think that's what their game is here. What else do we have? I think this is also from the what's the T? Bum. Some people have a prostate gland up their bum, which feels nice when massaged, which really means rubbed, I guess. People without prostates sometimes like having the bum area played with too, because the anus has extra sensitive nerve endings. You know what I'm going to say. You'll have to ask. As a helpful pointer, you also definitely need lube if you're planning to put anything in the bum. Some people like penetration in the bum, anal sex. To douche or not to douche? That is the question. I mean, they're taking like classical Shakespeare and making a joke out of it. Was afraid to ask when contemplating anal sex. Some people douche or squirt a bit of water into their back passage so that sneaky poo nugs. See how they use child-friendly terms.
Child-friendly terms, yeah. What adult would want to read that?
Well, any adult over the age of 18, 19, and if they're gay, they're going to be very familiar with this, and they don't need to be explained. So this is aimed at children. And as well, don't get in the way of sexy, fun time. Another child term. However, for various health reasons, it's not actually recommended. A jolly good wash will suffice.
Yeah.
I mean, this is for preteens, which is 12. And we're the bad guys. They're closing down libraries because of us. And then the public, they don't get the, they don't scratch the surface on this, so they don't know the details all the time. But when they do, like that time we went in Scariff, once we pointed out a few of these things, Andy, they were right on board.
They were all on board, you know.
You can see the penny drop.
And that's why we came here today with these boards, to show people exactly what's in the books, that we're not trying to have any book burning, or there's nothing like that going on. We only want to protect children and their minds from the contents of these books, that they be moved to an adult section or an adult shop where they should be, in an adult shop where you get all that fetish stuff. It should be kept in there with them.
Yeah, well, for me, I think it's geared towards children, so it doesn't belong in the library.
Exactly.
Well, that's just my personal.
I agree.
Feeling,
I agree. Like you know, you'd want to be mentally ill, like to be reading that as an adult. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really do think that with the way the wording is in it. Like,
look, an adult has already has experience in these matters, and they don't need detailed instructions because they've already been through the process.
Yeah.
And I just want to point out as well with the media, and it's always the same. They always say we're going around using the word paedophile. We've never once called anyone a paedophile. We have the Taoiseach saying, first you burn books, then you burn people. And this is what the general public are reading, because there's so much stigma attached to burning a book.
Yeah.
And then when they're told that we're burning books, they already have their mind made up. And it's a very dangerous thing. And the media have a responsibility to the Irish people, which they're neglecting on a level like never before. But here we are. I keep on saying, lads, we're getting so much support. Even though the mainstream media is putting it out there, not everyone's biting.
The mainstream media is trying to hammer us in every... Oh, look at them going around calling everybody groomers, right? But what is happening is that we have Antifa following us into every county right now that we're going into. And they are trying to protect these books in the libraries. Yeah. They don't want to expose these books, because all they want to do is shout us down as all the horrible slander which they have been trying to throw at us, you know. Yeah. So what does that make them? What does that make them? You know, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave that to your own conclusions of what that makes them. If anybody is protecting these books and they know what's in these books, they completely refuse to look at the information that we're giving them, whether it's through the leaflets, whether it's through the printouts of the books. They won't listen.
Well, let's just say this as well. These books are introducing sex to innocent minds.
Yeah.
And they want to escalate it to, well, what is grooming? You know, when you introduce sexual concepts to a child, and it's a process of introducing all these ideas, and they're talking about orgasms and how to achieve them and how great it is. This book is grooming. It's the definition of grooming, and these people are defending this book. And when the media talk about us, they never ever go into detail.
No, they won't talk about the contents of the book. And that's why even though we thought it was going to be open, we were still coming down with these boards to show them exactly what's in the book. You know, we're not crazy, we're not far right, we're not Nazi, we're not anti-gay people or anything like that. We just want to protect our children. That's it.
And we don't know what to expect sometimes. We didn't know what to expect yesterday.
No, we don't know what, like, things are changing from town to town.
Yeah.
You know,
they are changing.
You know, different people are coming out, but I tell you, there was only like a little handful that came out yesterday. That they did not speak for that town. You know, because when we were walking away, the woman that came up to me that was pushing her pram down the road, she says, "Andy, thanks for everything that you're doing." And I was giving her, I was kind of shocked that she even knew me. Like, you know, I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, she said she's watching everything.
She's watching everything,
what we're doing here
and
today.
that we had their support. You know, so and these are people with families. You know, these aren't like the left who are the culture of death. These are people who actually have families and children, and know that we're out doing our best trying to protect not only our own children but every child in Ireland, you know. So yeah, we haven't, you know, it was closed. They keep trying to say that the Cork Library was opened when we put the banner across, but we've kind of come into this routine of putting the banner across closed libraries because they're the ones closing them before we even get here.
Yeah. What are they so afraid of? Why are they closing the libraries?
Yeah, what are they so afraid of? What are they so afraid of? That's what we'd like to know.
Well, it shows me that they're trying to censor what we're doing here, but it's too late. The cat's out of the bag. We're going to go to every library in every town we pass going up the river.
Yeah.
And if they close down, they have a few tactics and options now. They either close the library, they now have civil servants appearing at the library, and the other thing, what's the other one? They have the LGBT crowd with the rainbow flags confronting us. And look, they might come up with a few more, but one thing's for sure, they're not going to stop us going to the libraries.
When you hear this, you know, the ads that was coming out saying, "We're coming for your children."
Oh, yeah.
And all the gay, the pride, the transgenders and all, and they are openly telling us that they are coming for your children.
Yeah.
We're coming for your children.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, who can get away? If I was to say that to anybody, I'm coming for your children.
If we were to say
to say something like that, we're coming for your children. Can you imagine? We'd be in prison.
Or even if the things that they accuse us of being far right, you know, anti-Max, we're racist, we're anti. Imagine we said any slur along those lines, even like hinted at it. It'll be over for us. No. But they can openly come out and say it.
And they're getting away with it.
You know, diplomatic.
They're getting away with it. And what do you call these people that are saying they're coming for your children? What do you call them?
Who comes for children? Groomers and paedophiles.
Yeah, you know.
And we can't even say that without, you know. They have us very restricted, but
you know what?
They're not, though.
The public opinion see what's happening and they're saying it themselves. There's nearly 1,000 comments on that video from yesterday, and half of them are calling them names.
Yeah.
You know, everybody can see it as clear as day.
Especially the vicar, who made a right absolute show of himself.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He came into the library waiting for us, I assume, and he tried to pull us away to protect the library from the likes of us. And when he finally got his opportunity to speak, because he was dying to speak to us the whole time we were there. And when he finally had his opportunity, he could not string a sentence together, and we gave him plenty of opportunity as well.
We did.
Not right, Peter?
He was trying to narrow us down into some kind of single box, like, you know, but we were just being Christian and professing Christian truth, you know, and for him to do that really exposed him for who he actually really is, that he's a non-Christian.
Well, I'm not religious, but I do believe there's a higher power. I do believe there's a God, and I do believe that these values are very natural and very traditional. And I think that's what we have to get. That's what we have to promote. Not this gender bender like 72 different. Well, they'll probably change that as well.
Well, I think there's 72 personalities. You know,
more.
I don't think there's 72 genders. They can choose whatever personality they want throughout the day, but they still stuck with the gender they were born with.
Well, you know what? That's another thing. We have to take that word back, gender. They're trying to take that word and twist it into something it's not. There's only two sexes.
Yeah.
There's only two genders. There's either male or female. And then they say, oh, what about if they're born with both? Well, you're either born with... Well, you're still born with one or the other. You're still born with
You're not
male and
born
female.
with a new gender.
You're not, it's not a new one.
There's still only a vagina and a penis. There's no other gender to put in a third one.
Yeah.
Unless you can say... No, I won't say it on camera anyway.
Get me offline.
Yeah. But there's only two genders, male and female. And if somebody is born with both of them genders, it doesn't make a new gender.
No.
Because you'd have to have another gender to prove there was a third gender.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like I'm talking to school children when I'm explaining this.
It's
you know?
ridiculous to the level. We were saying this last night. If we were having this conversation even 10 years ago, it would be looked at like
you'd get a
weirdo.
slap in the head, you know. You'd get a slap in the head.
And I don't see any other species fighting for this equality. The cows, the horses, the dogs, the cats, you know, fighting for their they're just, look, it's just so ridiculous.
It is.
It's laughable at this point. Look, there might be people out there who do feel like they're stuck in the wrong body. And look, my heart goes out to them, and God love them.
And they do need real help.
But it's a mental. They can never be. They can never ever change their sex or their gender at all.
No,
You can give them all the comforts and all the kind words in the world, but it's not going to change.
But anyway, we'll stay here. We'll leave it at that. We're going to stay here for another 10 minutes or so and get our point across here. But you know, we will be back at some stage. That's all I can say. They can close now, but they can't close forever. Thanks a million, Mike. Fair play to you.
All right.
I'll let you take that there. I'll get one of the banner there just before we're leaving. Alan, what do you think of the closure of the library?
Yeah, well, it kind of shows that like they aren't willing to face like just the basic questions you're trying to ask them. Like books should be categorized properly.
Yeah. It should be. You know, you're right. You know, and they're not being. They're not even looking at them, are they?
Yeah. Well, it's just like instead of calling them young adults, like they should be classed as teenagers.
Yeah.
Instead of changing the terminology to kind of force feed or kind of drip feed this distorted information onto children.
Yeah.
But it is obvious now kind of at this stage that there is an awful lot more negatives than positives to what we can cause to these children's long terms as well, and their futures and the prospects and future happiness. And people have to take that into consideration. It's better to live more natural lives versus living in some sort of weird kind of dystopia that they're trying to essentially create.
That's what they're trying to create. Thanks, Alan. Peter.
All right, Andy.
Have you got anything to say?
Well, just to say that we're here to what's going on in the schools and state-sanctioned child abuse, you know. And it's happening. It's going to happen again in September, and it's happening right throughout the system, not just the schools, you know.
Yeah, it is.
So it has to be stopped. It's just child abuse. It's completely wrong to even, you know.
And the fact that they won't engage with us, what do you think of that? What's that telling you? Like they close it down, they're telling us we don't want to talk to you.
We're having to shut libraries, it's affecting public services, these guys will have to be restricted, you know, it's not fair. Maybe that's the narrative they're going for, you know. But we're not going to stop anyone going in if it was open today.
No, we've never stopped anybody going in. No, and we've never put a banner over across an open library either, you know.
No, not here to block it.
No, well, fair play to you, crew. We're going to leave it at that, and we're going to be making our way up to Athlone today. Ciarán Gabra, everybody.
Ciarán Gabra.
sorry, man.
See what we can do with this.
Yeah, it's Peter now. Hi Pete. Are you alright? Right, very short of battery on your phone, yeah?
I'm at Victoria Lock here, you know, the lock you went through.
That's right.
Great.
Well, Peter, we're just the other side of the bridge on the left.
On the Whitbread, but I'm stuck at Victoria Lock.
All right. Well, maybe we can come and pick you up or something.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that'd be great. Listen, I'm only getting a few seconds to get through here in the morning, you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then.
Someone's called out, right? Like, I need to get a life jacket anyway to get through the morning, you know. But,
We can someone could head off in about half an hour or something.
yeah, cool, like,
Yeah.
Have a long evening,
Yeah.
Nice to, lovely pub up the town there, Hawk.
Oh, good stuff. Oh yes. Well, no, we're sticking to the mission. But
Yeah. It's good fun, though, that's all it's
You're live on Facebook there, just saying.
can I have the
So
light?
Pete, are you saying that you can't get through the lock?
That's tomorrow morning.
Just hold on to it, Dave.
Tomorrow morning, Mike.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
I need a life jacket to get through.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Well, we
come down,
went
right?
through
It
the.
doesn't matter if anyone can come down, I go into town this evening and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, we'll sort something out. All right, Pete, we won't leave you stranded.
Oh, right, yeah, great stuff. Okay.
All right, I'll
Thanks,
talk to you, Pete.
Right.
Hi, mate.
Don't throw anything on the fire until a little while.
Okay, sorry.
We're live on Facebook there. Yeah. You might want to move in because it's a very small screen.
Yeah.
Right there.
You jump in here. Could you see right over there? And I'd say we'll get everybody in then.
You sit there, Alan.
Yeah. Because you're underneath the camera then, you won't,
I wonder if
nobody
these
will know
still
you're there.
half price in home store more. Should pick up a few of them where they're at home.
What's that?
I wonder if these still half price. That's
Oh,
only
yeah.
€12.
They're really handy, aren't they?
Because everyone seems to want to sit in it.
Yeah.
So like I should try and get another few.
Absolutely.
What day are we on?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
No, but of the voyage.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 6,
Day 6, is
6
it?
19.
I got a better knife if you want it.
No, you couldn't get a better knife than that.
Okay, good.
That's beautiful.
So we are live on Facebook. Dave, do you want to explain there what are you up to?
Well, we're not telling anybody.
It's
That makes it difficult.
It's a secret.
We're not telling anyone.
It's a secret.
We're going to have a big reveal at some point, anyway, aren't we?
We are going to have a big reveal. That's what we're working on.
Yeah.
Keeping the hands busy.
Something fun every day, really, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Something new, something fun.
It is.
Yeah,
Well, I did want to talk about the whole boat thing as well, you know, because we've been hammering it up for a while, haven't we? I wanted to have a bit of a leveling with people over the boat and everything.
You did, yeah.
Over the safety and everything like that. And because we love to hammer it up a bit and make it look
More dramatic
yeah,
than what it is.
well, it is dangerous. But
It is, yeah.
but we don't hide that from people, you know.
No.
We embrace it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say a few things about the boat first. You know, just about the brilliant design of the boat, and that boat has been developed over hundreds of years by Connemara fishermen. You know, that design, and it's as robust and as strong, so that when we did go out, we all got knocked on our backs by a rock because we were scooting along and we hit it just under the water.
Yeah.
Did it knock anything out of that boat?
No.
No, not a thing.
No.
Like, and
It took it well. It took it on the chin.
It really did. And the way that there's leaks in it, those leaks are just part of the business of a wooden
Every
boat.
leak is a story.
Yeah, when I started stripping those planks off, there was tar up to half an inch thick on those boards. So years ago, when you could get tar, they'd just slather a load of tar over it, over those holes, and there probably would be less leaks, you know. So what I'm really saying is this is normal, you know.
Yeah.
And what people find, oh God, look at the leak! Oh no! It's true. You know, what we're doing is something hard. We've come from a time when everything was about safety. We sacrificed our freedom for safety. And this whole journey is a challenge to that mindset.
Yeah.
You know, people think that we're a pack of idiots, and maybe we are. And maybe we look like a pack of idiots sometimes. But there's a lot of people who've done the same thing as ourselves in Ireland for generations.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
We're not doing nothing new, really.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No.
we're not.
Not really.
they've done
Not up this Shannon anyway, you know.
They've bailed boats. They've bust them. It hasn't been easy. It's not hard. And that's what we wanted to show people.
Yeah.
That we were prepared to
embrace challenges.
Yeah, embrace challenges. We wanted freedom. We wanted
Freedom
the
over
freedom
safety.
of doing this, and we weren't going to let the safety aspects get in the way of what we were doing. And Anita, what about the kids? How do you think the kids find?
Kids are all. I was just going to say it there.
Yeah.
The kids have had all their life jackets and have been safe. The kids had a ball. I mean, the kids have been looked after tremendously on the trip by all of you. In fairness, you're doing an amazing job. And I haven't abandoned my daughter. She's in on her tablet. She's relaxing after a long day. We were in the park and everything, waiting on the lads to come over on the boat. But the kids, sure, they didn't even want to go away. Sure, Margot's kids didn't want to go away. Do you know what I mean? So they're having a great time.
They didn't want to leave at all.
No,
they didn't want to leave.
leave.
They were having a great time.
They didn't want to come, and now they didn't want
They
to leave.
didn't want to come at the beginning
And
and
look,
they
it's
didn't
like
want to
even
leave.
Ari and her too, like all the vocabulary she's after picking up all
She's
week.
picking up a tremendous
No
She has
television.
sentences, yeah, no television.
TV's gone. They weren't
She's
missing
barely
it.
had the tablet. Like I only charged it once since I came. It's nearly dying now. I think she had it. That's probably her third time in the week.
And that is really
She's having
good for
too
them.
much fun.
Because she's tired now and she just wanted it. Like she'd never even at home now climb into bed, but she was like,
She's
"Stay
tired.
here.
Yeah, she
Stay
wants to
here."
chill.
Yeah,
It's the
Well, that's
fresh
good.
air.
It's all the fresh air that
Yeah,
she's
oh,
getting,
for
you
sure.
know.
Yeah.
that's it.
All that fresh
all
air.
day and all night.
All the way up to Shannon. The kids were having a different camping spot every night. They were, you know, it was like every day was an adventure of like, where are we going to land
Yeah.
next? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
knowing
how it
that we
should
were
be,
all
like, you know
together
what I mean?
looking after each other. It was lovely with them this year. It was with the children. It really was like.
And then with
great
Vivian and her
having them.
kids as well, and they all got on
Yeah.
so well. I mean, we had a great time when we were in Mount Shannon that night when we were doing the dancing and stuff like that. That was a great night. We all had a ball. Every night's been a great night. It's been
Holy-
different.
Yeah, holy items.
So
Yeah,
we've
it was
actually
my
we've
highlight.
a little bit to catch up with because we didn't even do it. We were so tired last night. It was very late by the time we got settled in, and it was dark, and everybody was
It was a Sunday as well. It was a bank holiday Monday as well.
It was a bank holiday.
So it was quite enough. Everything was closed.
Yeah.
And look after them, maybe.
But we made up for it today, didn't we?
Alive.
We certainly did make up for it today. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, it's like something I've never seen before. It's all about the library staff members, but now it seems to be members of not even members of the public, people, public servants.
And not just public servants, but I do believe that Methodist pastor was in the library waiting for us.
I think so too, Alan. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it's just he kind of appeared out of nowhere, and then shortly after that, about half an hour after that, like a Fine Gael councillor, Jimmy McClure, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jimmy McClure, Fine Gael councillor.
Yeah,
he came on the scene, the blue short, as they're calling him.
What was he saying? What was his big point? Bain Le Blas?
Yeah, he was looking at me and he goes, "You're the fella from Bain Le Blas. I remember you now. You disrupted thousands of people on that day." You know, yeah, we went there that day because the people who are occupying the government are taking away our sovereignty, and then they go to Bain Le Blas and laugh in the face of Michael Collins, who died for our sovereignty. So there's a major difference to what he was trying to say. We were there to make a point on that.
I mean, the way the public don't support them anymore.
No, there's no support.
Their numbers are up.
They don't even know their own history. They actually don't even know their own history.
Well, it's just like Fine Gael are former Nazis. Like it's how they came into force in Ireland. Like they used to do Nazi salutes. They used to blue step around the place. Like they modelled themselves. Like they call themselves the blue shirts.
But it's like they had a meeting between them.
Italian fascists.
After the brown shirts.
Yeah.
I think you're raising a really interesting point, and we'll get into it over that because I think it's an important one.
Yeah.
We got to address that whole stuff. But what you were saying, that you were saying something too just then.
So you had the priest, you had the politician, and you had 4 other so-called people, bystanders.
Well, they look like
they got the call.
To me.
They got the call. They're either watching your live or they got the call.
When they come out with
I
some
got the feeling
stuff, I know who it is.
I was standing back with Arya and I could see they were just pulling up. It was like they just knew it was weird.
And it was
the second fella that came over, not the first chap that was kind of in the way. Your man, he just drove down, parked, and came across to us, and he was like, "Where are they all coming from?"
Yeah, sure, it's all plans.
It was the propaganda that we're so used to listening to at this stage. We're racists. We're bigots. You're not welcome in our town. They claim that they spoke for everyone in the town. Right?
Yeah.
Which is a complete lie.
Well, you know, and
it really drove that point home.
Because there was a woman walking up the street as we were leaving, and I was trying with a child, and I was giving her a leaflet, and she turned around and says, "Oh, thanks, Andy, for all the work that you're doing. We really appreciate it."
Yeah.
You
she
know,
wasn't Irish
and that honestly did happen. You know,
she wasn't Irish, and she appreciated it. And it's not that, like, when the lads are on the boats and stuff, I'm hanging around the town with Arya, and I'm wearing my t-shirt every day. It's not the same t-shirt I have. I'm wearing my t-shirt every day, and people are coming up to me constantly saying, "Well done." I haven't had one negative comment since I've arrived here when I'm walking around with Arya.
Alan, when we're going by on the boats, what do you think of the response we're getting?
Every single person on a kayak just waving, giving us thumbs up, smiling. Every single person on a boat,
looking for t-shirts and jumpers.
I just see them, you know, they're with the binoculars and they're looking at the sign saying #protect childhood.
And when they read the sign, and then they made up their mind.
They're like,
they put a thumbs up.
Give us a thumb up.
There is an odd one though, isn't there?
There's an odd one. There's an odd one.
Who's just gonna go. Yeah. And we're giving them so much
like your
love.
man the other day.
We're giving them so much home blowing and singing to them and waving and cheering and the rest of it. And then they go, "Oh shit, you're making me look really bad. You make me look like such a bitch."
And they try not to smile sometimes, but they can't help themselves because we're so ridiculous, you know. All our singing's out of tune. We're all just holding signs. Yeah. They can't help but laugh at us.
No, they're annoyed that we're having such a good time.
And we don't take ourselves serious.
No, we don't.
We're not taking it serious. Like,
it's not about us, is it?
No,
it's not about us.
And I think people are seeing that.
Yeah,
exactly. You know.
Yeah.
But a really kind of strong response online from what we did today, and anyway, you know,
it's gone viral.
It's gone viral. We trended on Twitter. You know, we're making serious waves in our little boat.
Yeah, serious big waves.
Even when you're not on the boat.
And I noticed in the paper, and I'm defending my boat, you know, because I'm defending a Galway tradition. You know, this is the Galway Hookers, that is on the county council and city council emblem. You know, when you get a letter from the city council, there it is, Galway Hooker all over the front of it. That's what we're bringing up this late.
Yeah,
and they won't. The Irish Examiner wouldn't even name the boat.
No,
they said, "Oh, in their little boat," you know.
Yeah.
And you know, so
it's not.
You know, where's their commitment?
They say
to
honour
on
our
traditions.
We're on tour.
We're on tour.
Yeah.
They come up with really nice words too, don't they? That we can use.
But no, I didn't realise that affected you about the boat. You were hurt for the boat, but I do feel that because it's 131 years of age. It's a massive historical part of Galway, you know, and our culture in Ireland, you know, and how they just disregard that.
It's
to call it just a little boat.
It's a living boat.
You know what, RTE would only love to have a little programme about a little boat and a Galway hooker, about a few people going down.
But they just wouldn't want us in it.
And the thing is,
they'd have it full of trans flags.
There's so many people.
Flagged out.
There's so many people who try to better themselves with boats like that. Working hard at the seaweed,
filling the boats with turf,
filling
winkles
them with turf,
and mussels and whatever else.
Mackerel, the whole lot, and that was people's lives. You know, stuffing things in the holes of boats. We're doing it, and you know what? It isn't costing us a fraction of what it's costing the guys going up and down there. Now, having said that, having a hooker like that was a fella who was making his own way in life. You know, that was a thing to be proud of. You know, you weren't just a waster if you had a boat. You were a man of significance. And I don't like hearing people talk.
Well, you know, it's like everything else. You know? They're destroying our culture in front of our eyes.
Yeah, they are.
So it doesn't suit their whole agenda.
Yeah, it's their reinvention doesn't. Their reinvention of Ireland doesn't include that kind.
So the people that are affected by the propaganda from RTE.
Materialism. Like, you know what I mean? Like what is an acceptable way of doing it? Like traveling.
Exactly. So we ran into that man in Scariff, and he agreed.
That's like you're going through the Shannon on a 100,000 boat. Yeah. Like so, it's like how can you keep these people happy? Like what is their standard of overall acceptance of what like we can do, which is within their criteria, like of what's acceptable. So screw these people. Like screw them.
We love them, Alan. This is what we forgive them and we love them.
Love them into
no man.
Yeah, love your enemy.
Keep talking
and pray for those who persecute.
It's hard to hate them when they're so pathetic.
Yeah,
I mean.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's hard to hate them because they're quite ridiculous. We spoke to the priest and we literally asked him
about that. Let's talk about the priest.
That was the most ridiculous thing, right? We went in there, he was waiting for us. He was trying to draw us out. I want to talk to you.
He was doing his utmost best to take us out.
The library to save the library from us. You know, like we're some kind of tourists. Save the sacred books. So he finally after what we came out in our own sweet time, and he was finally there, and he finally had his chance to speak to us, and he couldn't speak. He was literally hemming and hawing and stuttering over the most basic questions that even my 7-year-old nephew can answer.
Yeah.
What is a woman? How many genders are there?
It's mad. It comes to that. Though.
It is
like a very simple question, and people are like you just can't.
I was trying to direct my questions kind of theologically to him.
Right.
You know that God made them male and female, and he was then trying to say, "Oh, you are living in a narrow mind," and this is coming from a pastor.
I heard him.
He's denying the fundamental creation.
Yeah,
of
Adam
God,
and Eve.
You know, Adam and Eve. Yeah. You know, I mean, this goes to show like how far we are down that rabbit hole. You know, that they can openly come out
with the arrogance
and defend Marxism so blatantly.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, is my back in your way there?
I'm feeling guilty about.
No, don't worry about me. I'm
that thing into your back.
Yeah, grand. You keep sailing away there.
You know what I have to laugh about the whole lot? Even if they don't want to answer what a woman is, they still can't answer the question. So even if they have an answer in their head, even if they have their own answer, why won't they give that answer? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like if you're asking them a question and they think, okay, a woman can be trans or whatever they're thinking. Why don't they say it? Everyone stutters. That's what I find. It's all, you can't ask me that. I have to go away, I have to run, and I'm like, but if you don't know what it is,
it's very like
what we're saying,
malfunction. It is a glitch.
It's just like
give us your answer, like.
Neglection.
But I don't understand.
Well, I think
the brain just starts
like. I'd love if they just said, well, a woman is, and even if it's the complete opposite,
they don't against
just
their own.
gave the opinion.
They're not going against the group think.
Do you feel that's degrading towards you
I
being
find
a
it
woman?
very
You know?
insulting.
Yeah,
like I was listening to you today, and you were saying like, can a person with a penis give birth?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I've had 4 kids. I broke my back to give birth to my children. I breastfed all my children. I gave them the best that I could. And that's very insulting, like, when they're on about, like, men and the chest feeding. And
that's terrible.
Like, I'm there, like,
but it's kind of disgusting.
That's a new thing, the chest feeding, right? And I'm like, what about that poor child when it's older? Knowing that that might affect the next generation up.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. These are the kinds of parents that bring their children to the drag queen story time. And then they say, oh, let it up to the parents to decide.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter from that point of view.
5-year-olds in fairness, like you know what I mean? Like what sort of parent has it in their head? Okay, like I have to bring my child to watch a man dress up as a woman read him a story.
Yeah, not
like
just any
4
story.
5, 6 years old, like who has that in their head?
But it's the way they're dressed.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's the way they're dressed.
Like how would a parent even prioritise that? Like what are they trying to do to these kids? Say?
Well, it's not just what they want to do, it's what they don't want us to teach to our kids. It's like they don't want to teach us that, you know, to state the obvious to our children. You know, that's the real issue. It's not about us judging them, it's about them judging us, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, it all starts with, you know, their perceptions of what we're trying to hang on to. And they don't know because they don't talk to us. They don't.
We have an
ask
example
us.
of that today.
Yeah.
We literally tried to speak to them and get through to them, but they just shut you down with fascists and all the usual names that we're used to listening
it's
to.
getting so old now, though.
And that's the thing. Other thing I wanted to say, they are actually making fascists.
Yeah.
It's their issue, not ours. And I mean, what's actually happening is people are coming up to us, almost saying, "I'm with ye." And it's almost as if they said, I'm prepared to be a fascist too. And we're going to go, but we're not fascists. So where's the pressure coming? The pressure is coming from these guys are pissing so many people off that people are actually prepared to consider fascism, to oppose them. And that is something I don't think any of us want to see here. No. For me,
not for the true definition of fascism.
For me, fascism.
I put a bag up on that there for a reason. Just to cover that.
Let's see what that is. Let's say what that is.
So what you say about the true meaning of fascism, you said there.
I'm saying this is what fascism is. It's state control. Just in the same way as communism is state control. Yeah. We want freedom. We don't want state control. And we're seeing state control from our government and it looks all wrong.
The definition of fascism is when corporate and state powers merge.
Yeah.
And we have the Googles, we have the Facebooks, we have...
well, the government wants to govern the people, not the country. We want the governed, the country governed, not the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you even see it in work.
Well, he was saying the usual as well, Alan. When we approached him, we don't like we don't like this, we don't like fascisms, we don't like racists, and we're like, yeah, we agree with you. Yeah. Everything that he put out there, we agreed with. Yeah. But yet he was still unwilling to speak to us.
Well,
they went there with the mind made up.
Well, see, the thing is, like they're watching all this stuff online. And they're all pseudo characters that creation of us. They're making us out to be these like comic book villains going around Ireland. So,
they're literally doing cartoons of us, which are really funny.
Not of me. I'm a cartoon already.
You're your own character.
but it's not real. So it's like when people actually talk to us and actually have a conversation with us, they actually realise that we're actually. Just
normal people.
We're just concerned about certain issues and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like most people actually agree with us. Like as long as they don't come from a very extreme biased viewpoint of where they've watched so much crap online that like they've themselves become radicalised against like go out and do those things in the first place.
But it doesn't take long to talk to those people for them to understand where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say something. Let's talk about the Ireland we do want. Seeing as we're not fascists and we don't want an authoritarian crackdown on all our...
I want to go back to the 1930s.
Yeah. Your belly go backwards, that's what I say about you. You want to bring us back to the...
Back to the Ice Age.
Yeah. Go on, tell us about it, Andy. What does belly go backwards look like to you?
I tell you, it's everything opposite to what's going on today.
Yeah.
You have to go back to go forward.
When we had more traditional natural
well, we
values.
had it in this country.
Natural
we had a
values.
united Ireland. Like it's the land of saints and scholars.
I don't think we have to go back that far.
I think we can only go sort of forward with
There's only one way we can go, either up or down.
traditions from the past,
Yeah,
the best bits, and anything we have in all our histories. And try and figure out what our history is really, because I don't know what to believe anymore. The way history is rewritten.
Well, everything is
You're
so
right
confused.
about that.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Our history is not what it looks like, or what we've been taught. But, I mean, one of the things that I get is that despite the Free State being here for 100 years, we haven't had a Braveheart movie. We haven't had... Hugh O'Neill, Cú Cullen, Sir Patrick, Brian Boru,
Imagine that.
the whole lot of them.
You're right. I thought about that, Dave. I swear.
We were only talking about that the other day.
We were, weren't we?
Getting them kind of movies, like
I was
they're the
saying
kind of movies we want to see.
Yeah.
How we kept fighting through 800 years of tyranny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It must be something very powerful that they might not want to reignite.
But this is it. That's what they're trying to take away is that fight that we had,
Like
that
Brian
love for
Boru.
truth.
And that's why we were in Belle de Blas, wasn't it? What did Micheál Martin say?
Oh, how great they're doing and how fantastic they are.
No.
He said...
about the backward notion of sovereignty.
Yeah.
We have to get rid of it.
Yeah,
backward notions of sovereignty.
Yeah.
the backward-looking idea of sovereignty. And like this
I heard
is
it
sovereignty.
myself.
Yeah, we
blasted that. We blasted that out. They said 10,000. I don't think it was 10,000.
Do you know
Maybe it
how
was
good-
7,000, 8,000.
Let's turn it around.
But we blasted that
stick it
on
underneath.
repeat.
It might pull your tent down.
for what it actually become a proper.
I don't think they have that many
Public
followers.
going
I think
away,
they gathered everything they could
We're
to
seeing
get them there that day.
Are we seeing that they're going full hard at us?
They are.
They
Yeah.
are.
They are.
They're coming up with
Oh,
new
you said
techniques
it.
and tactics like we've seen today.
I said a couple of weeks ago they were going to throw everything at us, and I've been proved
Yeah,
right
yeah.
again, in that direction that they're going to throw everything. I mean, the disgusting lies that they're trying to come up about it with us all.
It's not representative of what we're getting on the river and the people that we're speaking to and the people coming up to us.
No, it's not. No,
We
no.
have so many stories. We met those lovely
Yeah.
people today again.
Yeah.
That when we were dead in the water.
Yeah.
They
That's
came
right.
to.
They came up again today. Fair play to them. We had a great chat with them.
Why don't
We
the
had a
media
great
report on that?
They came out especially, didn't they?
Because they
To
did.
greet
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
They followed
been
us from
following us.
Kelowna and they went up to
Fantastic,
Mount
lovely place.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Kelowna, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm getting all mixed up.
And I'll say something about the boat. They said your boat was flying.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
They
right.
couldn't catch us.
He's a boat builder. He's a
couldn't
boat
catch
builder.
us.
He knows what he's talking
Catch
about.
us. From Killaloo after Holy Island until we broke down.
Holy Island.
When we broke down after Holy Island, everybody caught up with us. Peter Madden caught up with us, and
Yeah.
them guys caught up with us. It was like God said, right,
Ah,
no
Peter
lads,
Madden.
can't leave Holy Island just yet. The lads have to catch up with you.
Beautiful.
We were stranded now, then all we know is like we've boats
But
everywhere.
let's say something about Holy Island and Brian Boru.
Yeah.
He actively pursued his enemies
The Viking King. was it?
vigorously, and he wouldn't let up. That's who we are.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
We are not letting go.
No.
We are vigorously pursuing this,
yeah.
and we're not letting up.
And we're
Yeah,
not
we have-
giving up. We're going straight
we
to
are-
the end
yeah.
of that. I don't care if we've half a boat.
These are our initiatives. We are taking the initiative. They're not. They show up, stand around for 10 minutes, call
Take a
us
photograph.
fascists, and then go home.
That's it.
They won't last 2 days to doing this stuff.
No, they
No,
wouldn't.
no,
No,
no.
they won't
Well,
last
some
2
of them
days,
might.
like.
But I don't know.
They would have given up very early, like, or they wouldn't be able to handle it, like,
Someone was wondering, someone said they have something ready for dinner.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we got the usual.
Oh, look.
I'm getting so
Oh my
sick.
God, rabbit.
Rabbit again.
Rabbit again, boys, rabbit again.
We've been down so many rabbit holes.
Good one, boy. Oh, Jesus. We should let you speak more often. No!
In this environment, it's all right. But that was a good one. That was a really good one.
Well, we're having a great time, aren't we, lads?
We are.
Yeah, we are.
It's amazing.
I think the momentum is building as well, because they were waiting 2 days for us at Scariff. They were waiting for us in that town, weren't
I
they?
didn't realise that.
They were waiting for us in the library today.
They were waiting
everywhere.
They were waiting in the library on
They're
Thursday.
like cockroaches.
They
They
were
sort of
waiting,
pop
they're
up
waiting
like
everywhere we go.
Yeah,
They're
Limerick
back
was
in the
kicked
box.
off in Limerick.
Yeah.
They're running after us with rainbow flags. You know, they're devastating moves.
We've got... yeah.
Loving all the memes they're making.
Oh man, we're just keeling over laughing.
There's some serious
Keeling over
memes being
laughing.
made. The one about
I
with
wonder, did they put all their heart and soul into it, thinking this is the one that's going to get them, this is the one that's going to trip them up and send them packing? But we're just laughing. They're very
we're
creative
not so
sometimes.
prideful to take it bad. We actually we enjoy laughing at ourselves.
Absolutely.
That's why we're not
That's
afraid
right.
to do this.
That's right. I mean, you get all kinds of insults. Don't you?
Yeah.
Like that fella today. And he
we're
was going on
getting-
about personal hygiene. I had to point out a few things to him.
Well, we're going to get better at loving these people, aren't we?
We are.
You know, because
Since
in the end,
you know,
in the end, because we're Irish nationalists,
yeah, I'll have a little bit there, please.
and because we have an obligation to every Irish person, we have an obligation to them too, you know. And even though they don't agree with us,
You're right.
we need to respect their dignity. And
there
in
is
the
that.
end,
I know what you're saying.
why not go the whole way?
They need
and
to
love
respect other people.
Well, we have to leave the door open for them,
You're quite
because
right.
if we don't leave the door
They have
open
no
for
choice.
them, there's nowhere else
What
to go.
are we doing?
And there's nowhere else for them to go.
But
Yeah.
it's right,
You know.
if we don't, you know, if we
Yeah,
can't
they have
love
to show
them, what are we out
themselves
here doing?
as well, yeah.
One day we'll have authority here. One day we'll have authority.
Sure one.
History's on our side.
And we will need to find a way of those people living with us. You know?
Yeah.
But it was like in Limerick.
And we
that-
want to make it easy for them. Sorry, Anita.
No, you're fine. No, that Antifa girl from Limerick, I said to her, remember, I said, you're really probably a lovely girl in all fairness. I said, but you're just, steered wrong. I'm not lovely at all.
Oh, God.
Okay. And I was being so nice to her, like, because I wouldn't.
You could
Well,
be
we're
as
gonna
nice as possible, like,
I know.
but it's just like whatever is wrong with their heads and whatever's wrong in their minds, like they're just so angry and so bitter.
So angry.
Like, and they're so psychologically twarped that like, they can't accept any rationale or people be nice to them.
Thank you. That's
You
all
know
nice
what I
of
mean?
you.
We're going to make Ireland nice again, aren't we? We're going to make Ireland lovely again.
Yeah.
And I think, Andy, I was saying to you, what kind of an Ireland do we want? And I think it is one which is very much holding our traditions.
Yeah.
But, in fairness, there's been, modern Ireland, the more cash in people's pockets is a good thing. But the big problem is that anything of value, like land or houses, is out of everyone's reach. And there's a reason for that. It's because we've lost our sovereignty to people who dictate to us again. And they're not going to be part of the future. You know, if we get our sovereignty back, renegotiate terms, and it's a long term goal, but we're in it for the long haul. And we're in it to redeem this nation. And give it its opportunities back. Give the people their houses back, you know? Give people their lives
lives
back.
back,
And give people their loveliness back. You know? And they're not going to get that with the current morality. They need the tools for joy, you know, and they don't have them. We do, and we know that as a fact. But you know, we're going to defend it too.
course we are.
Yeah, but it's just there has to be some merit for people to labour and work and all the rest. Like, and you people working their asses off, like trying to pay off a house, trying to bring kids through school, and then it could be 15 years into paying a mortgage, then the economy crashes, and then they have to lose and everything.
Sure, they want their...
how many times does it happen? Because it's happening every 10 or 15 years now. Yeah. Like, and it's absolutely like horrible, like, you know what I mean?
Correct.
So like people aren't given any opportunity, and then like the youth aren't going to stay in the country, like, because
they're not going to stay in the country, are they?
Here,
They've no need to,
and,
no reason to.
So like it's better to create an Ireland where, like, at least the people who were born here and are living here can have like a life without being interfered with, like without like any foreign influence or over.
So what do you think they came out today?
They came out to try shout us down, to try make us look like, you know, it's the Marxist trick. Throw everything nasty at them so that it eventually sticks.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. They're coming out to try and throw these labels. They won't talk about what's in the books. You know, literally, and they're ripping up leaflets in front of us. Yeah. We're trying to give them the information. Mike gave them a leaflet and they ripped it up in front of us. It was on camera. It's not like
terrible man.
It's not like they want to engage in a civil conversation where we can exchange information with each other. That's not happening when these come out. They don't want to exchange information. They don't want to hear anything that we've got to say. They want to make up as many horrible lies as they can about me, about you, about Alan, and about a lot of us, basically, and try and make that stick so that the public, when they see us, they go, oh, there's that, whatever, and there's, you know, I'm not even going to say that because I don't entertain any of that kind of stuff. I just keep staying focused on the message that we're trying to get out there. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think he used this as an opportunity to raise his own platform, this councilor.
Yeah,
he's going to use it as an opportunity because if you read the Irish Examiner, just the last couple of days when we went to the Killaloe Library, they contacted TDs, councillors.
I know, but like we were fully aware that the library was closed that day.
So this guy is going to jump on the bandwagon as well.
Well, he thought he could come out and wrestle us, but he ended up making himself look very, very stupid.
They all did.
They all did.
Especially the priest.
He's not a priest. He's a pastor.
Especially the pastor.
We love him too. But
he's a heretic.
He was a very difficult vicar.
Well, I wasn't there, so I.
Well, you'll see him on film. He's been captured.
No, I haven't really got a place to say anything about him. But I would say this: it's happened in Italy. It's happened in Britain. It's happened to the globalists, the internationalists, have been working hard at making something happen in Europe and America, and they're not going to let the likes of us interfere with their plans that they've invested all their time and influence and everything in. But we are going to we are a threat to their plans.
Of course we are,
and they know we are, and we're gonna put the houses and the land of Ireland in the reach of the Irish people again.
Yeah, don't let it slip
and
away.
Not in the reach of the globalist financiers to make profit out of rents. Back to the days of the British Empire again.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that, and they know that we've got the potential to do it, and that's why they're pulling everybody out to stop us.
Well, I've noticed that they refer to us as a small number, like a fringe group.
Yeah.
But if we were so small and
we're not
insignificant,
a small number in fringe group.
Why
thousands of us around this country now.
That's right.
Thousands
that's
of us.
right. We represent.
It's not even that, but we have loads behind the scenes. Loads behind the scenes.
Yeah, now when we have a big day, the last time we had a big day and got all the groups together, there was thousands of us. Thousands.
Yeah, well
thousands.
Well, sorry. Well, like in fairness, there are a lot of people that are awake. It's just we're kind of taking the shots, essentially. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and like if we are kind of people who are stepping out there, we are people who are making a change, and like of course you're going to get shot for doing that.
Like, we're going out with the most simplest message that you could kind of get. Like, it doesn't get any simpler than this.
Can't go wrong.
I feel like we're going around to kindergarten kids, you know, having to teach them basic, you know, biology.
Well, let's face it, they do act like children. People go out there.
No, but you know, with the left is what I'm talking about. Like, you know, not the general public, because the public opinion has swung massively across this border.
And what is beautiful is that not everybody is like us. Not everybody has the courage that Andy and Ross have. Not everybody has the dedication and the service that Mike and Anita have. But you see what lovely things that I see is a Middle Ireland professional woman walking past us and just catching the eye and going like this.
Good. Good,
this is what we're getting, because they're not in a position to come out and do what we're doing because they're threatened by these bastards. God love them.
Good save, Dave. Good save.
Good save, Dave.
And that's what we're seeing, and they know it. We've actually got it's only a question of time
That's all
before
it is,
the public mood swings right behind us. They've already lost it.
I think they sense it.
Yeah.
I think they sense it now.
They do.
Yeah.
But it's happening very fast in America.
Panic.
Yeah.
It's happening very, very fast in America. Like people are really going against the LGBT agenda because there's actually girls being sexually assaulted by men, like in bathrooms, in schools.
Yeah, needs a bit of air in there.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. Yeah.
It is big massive
Give it another big blow.
there. There's teenage girls being absolutely traumatized.
Why'd you put the grass on it?
Grass will help it a bit,
Yeah.
but we need to go sideways a bit with some of this.
This one. It's sneezing.
There's too much.
When I get the more smaller twigs, yeah?
No, it'll come.
There you go.
Hold on.
She's sparking back up.
Press it. Bang.
Yeah, we just need to go crossways a bit more. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, cross. Yeah. But yeah, we're doing all right. And have we? Did I give you your lighter back? I didn't.
I don't know.
I don't think I did.
It will be
Oh, there it is.
How are you getting on there, Dave?
I'm nearly down to the end of it.
Right.
So we've got to go and pick Pete up.
Okay.
And
Right, so
I'd say all we're going to do is get this done.
I thought you meant
tomorrow.
Pete for the fire.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that'd be good. Don't have to pick any more sticks.
So we got to go. So we'll finish this tonight. We'll come up with a design tomorrow. We'll practice it out and see how it looks.
Yeah.
And we'll practice our singing as well. As many times as we sing that
my
song, we
voice is
still
gone,
need to
so
do a
I'm
little
chilling
bit better.
now. I'm not going to end up like
We'll
last
get the
year.
loudspeaker out.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that I do. We'll have the loudspeaker.
We'll save focus cars anyways.
Yeah. So it won't be long before we're up in that lawn and anyway.
Yeah. Looking
Won't be
forward
long.
to Athlone again.
Yeah.
yeah.
That
The
lawn will
sweet
be
down
good.
We
of
need to do a
Athlone.
call out for Athlone, don't we?
Yeah.
We will do
Big
a call
call
out
out.
for Athlone, yeah.
I'm sure we'll
yeah.
get plenty of support as well.
Yeah, we're heading up to the North Midlands, and we got a lot of support from Longford,
We did,
Westmeath, all them places
Last year.
when we were going through, and we could do with that support again. Yeah.
Especially on a message like ours.
Yeah.
Last time it was controversial, there was people on both sides, but I think people can come together
Oh yeah.
on this one.
It shouldn't take too long to get from Athlone from here, should it?
Huh?
It shouldn't take too long to get to Athlone from here now, should it?
I wouldn't know.
It's only a quick sail, so.
Yeah, no, it's a quick old. It'll be a quick one. We'll be there before anyone knows it.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
We won't tell them tomorrow what time we'll be there because they'll only be waiting for us.
So yeah, another good day on the voyage,
Yeah.
wasn't it? You know, we're getting a lot out there. We're getting the leaflets out there. We're getting the banners out there as well. We got the banner across the library as well.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't.
As
we just held the banner. We didn't put it across it.
No,
like,
we didn't.
you know.
There was a woman. She saw it, and we told her go right ahead.
Yeah.
And she had a lovely smile for us as well.
She did. Yeah, she did. Yeah. I think when a lot of people are reading it, they're like, yeah, everybody knows that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I was talking to a few parents, and every single person that has a proper conversation, they'd say it straight out. They'd go, it's absolutely disgusting what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely sick. Like, they find it absolutely vile. Like,
They call us.
But they actually
They call
learn
us
like
bigots.
what they're actually trying to do. Like, and it's amazing that people are.
Huh?
We've been called a lot.
So we have, yeah.
yeah. And the thing is, we don't recognise any of it in ourselves.
No.
If some of it looks like it might be tweaking our consciences, you know, we might feel a little bit, but it's missing the mark completely.
Absolutely.
We don't even recognise it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit home at all on any level.
No.
And that's why they're pathetic, because that's all they have is lies.
That is what they have, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We just have our traditional values, that's what we have.
That's it.
Truth is more powerful than any lie.
It is.
Like at the end of today, and from regards of what they put up, like there's so much video footage to counter-prove anything they say, and it was like, you know what I mean? So they can only take it so far. Like, and then on top of that, like a lot of that media, like it only pops off for what, like and then
doesn't really get any traction, does it?
No.
It was like the same with the library staff, sure, when Ross filmed with his pen, and she clearly states that she never made any complaint and that it was all media. And that video is there, and that's what annoys me, because that video is precious. That's gold.
Yeah,
and I sent that to Red
it is.
FM. Who else did I send it to last week? News Talk. I sent it to a few people, and I'm like, you need to be, why are you all doing marches for the library staff? They've just said on camera, we've never felt threatened, and it's the media spun it.
But it's just they absolutely exaggerated it, or else it means nothing.
But it's there
Like
on
there's
video.
nothing behind it, like, you know what I mean?
I just don't understand
Yeah.
it.
So you have to exaggerate.
The worst one was the Taoiseach himself.
What's that?
You know, once you burn books, you start burning people.
That was horrible.
We're not burning books,
we're not
and
even
we're
burning
not. We
books.
have no intentions of burning people.
Well, we're getting expensive.
That what a thing to say, though.
Yeah, as
I
if
mean,
you know that's what they are
that is
saying that we are like.
It's so ridiculous and ludicrous. You
We'll
want to be brain dead to believe it.
We'll stand up for ourselves, you know, and
course.
all of us will.
Yeah.
But we're not. We haven't initiated any of this.
No, and we get the brunt of it all the time at the libraries with these people shouting slurs at us with the rainbow flags. Yeah. We don't respond in kind.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
And an awful lot of what we say was common sense, like not too long ago. Like literally before the lockdowns, even like it was common sense what we're saying. Like and whatever they're trying to warp people's heads with, like this is all new. Like this only stuff that popped out over the past year. Like trying to Americanise Ireland, and because Ireland's such a small country and there's only 5 million people here, like it's a smaller.
Used to be 14 million.
Used to be 14 before the genocide.
14 million people in Ireland. There was Irish people before the genocide.
Now
But
they're
that's-
trying to bump it up to 10 million, isn't it? But not with Irish people.
Right, that's why Roger Gore.
The great replacement.
No, sorry, not Roger. Simon Coveney, by 2040, wants an extra million people by any means.
Yeah. And so does David McWilliams. Wants to double the size of Cork. Make Cork a minority Irish town.
It's changing before my eyes. I look out my window, no exaggeration, 7-8 cranes, and there's buildings popping up everywhere. And we have beautiful architecture in Cork, old
Being
style,
reowned with modern
200-year-old buildings, and it's just all this modern crap going up.
Yeah.
And it does not fit with the city.
It's horrible looking.
Well, that's what communism is. They give you ugly buildings.
yeah,
So you have
yeah.
nothing to aspire to. Nothing. When you look around, it's all ugly.
And what's being built? Houses for urban work, or the 15-minute cities, which are kind of global centres of multiculturalism and the rest of it. And there's no shortage of. Well, there's plenty of council houses being built, which is a good thing. But for the affordable houses for the working people isn't there. They're not building those because they are not planning a future for
The middle class.
Yeah, for a fairly well-off Irish youth to emerge.
Too much freedom for them.
They can't meet the quota to get an affordable house anyway.
Exactly.
You're not earning enough.
Well, there's 2 separate lists now for houses, and the Irish list is second, not fourth.
Wow.
So if you come into this country, you'll get a house quicker than any Irish person because there is 2 separate lists.
What's the place up the country? Was it Tua Housing? It's up by
Oh yeah,
the country.
and every
all
single
the
person.
houses that they give out every. No, I think there was one Irish couple. I think Ciarán knew them actually. I'm not too sure. I think she said that.
And it's like it's just like what is that to prove? Like how that isn't like the first thing to do. Like all that's doing is taking away opportunity from Irish people, like and forcing young Irish people abroad, like because they're losing like hope in their own country. Like all they want to do is do the thing that any regular person would. If we just get married, like have a family, buy a house, like get everything well, like and raise your kids well enough to the point where you have grandkids, like and then like and that's the cycle of life, like and like the meaning of life is survival, and I think like because people are too comfortable and they've like everything is too easy for people, they've lost that sense of of survival instinct and.
But even women are having kids older now. You know, they're having them older because they can't afford it.
That's
like
all done on purpose.
Hitting 30s compared to 20s a couple of years ago. It's just later and later.
But yet I mean, you've had 4 kids. My wife's had 4 kids. Andy, between the jigs and the reels, has also had 4 kids. So I mean, you know, we're doing it, but the quality we would like to do it better. You know, with more support for families,
for life.
Yeah.
Because the only culture that gets support and gets funded by the government is the culture of death, and there is absolutely no support out there for women, for mothers who are struggling. The only solution is abortion and things like this. Like, it's getting so ridiculous now. The laws that they're trying to pass for abortion now. How they're trying to progress with it. They're trying to take away the time that a woman would take, 3 days to think about it. Like, they want to do away with that. No, just rush in and get it done quick and run.
Yeah. For example, do you want to know what people were perhaps trying to lobby for now? They're trying to lobby for. I did some sort of research into damage of the uterus of a woman when she gets an abortion. So like, what's basically
it does serious damage.
It's causing serious damage, and these women are being left fertile.
When women are having late-term abortions, because it's stopping the cycle in its tracks and it has to reverse, there's a higher chance of cancer.
Yeah.
So they won't talk about this, the dangers for women. It's already proven, like, the more babies a woman has, the longer they actually live.
Seriously damaged off this, like.
Did you hear that, though? The more babies a woman has, the longer she actually lives.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I need to get cracking, so do I.
But this is the statistic I love, which is back in the 1930s, an average Irish woman had 4.7 children.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, poverty, this, that, haven't got enough to do this, that.
Poverty.
You just have the children. When the culture is life, it's that this is your number one priority. You have the children because it's a part of the normal process that happens to young men and young women. But what's happening is they're not able to function properly because they haven't got an environment to do it.
Well, they're not being given the life skills. Like, you don't get life skills in school on how to manage a marriage. No, but you will get the life skills in school to go out and get onto dating apps or to douche or to all these other things. But you see the difference, though. The indoctrination that's going on, and like, this indoctrination it's not just started now. I mean, it's going on since I've been in school. There was a complete. I'm supposed to be going to a Catholic school, but yet I'm being taught how to have sex outside of marriage, and I'm being taught how to use contraceptions and all this stuff. All these things go against the faith, like, go out and multiply. That's what God said,
But seeing in a sense, like,
how to keep a stable relationship, do you know what I mean? Nothing like that. Everything is instant gratification.
And they're trying to normalise that as well.
And that's why it has to be instant. Abortion has to be instant.
I wonder what that vicar would have, like, if we'd have brought up the, protect childhood, right? That means also protect the baby in the womb, right?
Yeah.
We should have brought up the idea. What do you think about abortion then, mate? In conjunction with protect childhood.
Yeah, but that's what it is, though.
I'm just saying, like,
protect life from womb to the tomb.
Nothing, do they?
The babies don't even have a right to life anymore.
No, that's right.
And somehow that was a social justice thing to do, and taking away that right.
That's right.
From the social justice warriors out there.
Yeah, and there's loads of them out there. Protecting the unprotectable.
But that's part of it is.
Well, I love it.
But if you look at the pro-life rally, for example, like the pro-life rally was much bigger than the pro-abortion rally.
By miles now. There was at least
people outside it all that day, like, you know what I mean?
15,000 people, I'd say.
Yeah, I watched it when Andy.
And how many for the How many for the other one?
I'd say 40, 50 people outside the door.
What?
yeah.
With all the state
we need
and
to
the
kill
media
more
behind
babies. Like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like what sort of sociopathic sickos are these? Like,
I tell you why, it's all the doom. It's the idea that, you know, you don't deserve a life because you're harming the planet. You are a scourge on the planet. And it's such a bad vision to give a child that you are guilty of destroying everything. That's such a horrible thing to say.
They
have the kids in fear, David, with stuff like that. They're worried and anxiety at a younger and younger age now.
Yeah.
You have to pay money.
It wasn't great before, but this is the worst I've seen.
Yeah.
But just to add,
stick on more tea for anyone.
no,
Yeah, I'll have a cup of tea.
Thank you so much.
you don't have to ask us.
Well, someone better go and pick up Peter. Yeah.
Who's going to pick up Pete? Not Anita.
No, I don't mind us. I don't mind going and picking up Pete.
Well, I'd go, but like you'd have to give me a satellite.
Yeah.
GPS.
We might not see you again, Mike.
Oh, no, don't worry, man. I'll be driving across the river.
Upside down in his car.
It's alright, it's going to be okay, I know what I'm doing. Relax. What you on about?
Wrong, relax. Yeah.
you have to bring one of the flags just in case.
We'll be fine, we'll be there in a minute.
They brought with the T-Rex in it. That make more sense.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that was a good live streaming anyway.
Yeah. God bless you guys.
Cheers, guys. Ciarán go bragh.
Make Ireland lovely again.
Yeah, amen to that.
There you go. Good night and God bless. See you tomorrow.
What are you doing here? Get back on that boat and stay there. That's where you are. He says, go play with your friends.
Wobbly.
You know I'm not homophobe. You know I'm not. So and you know what? It's lousy because of the wider public. You know how that they would kind of feel that they have to ask them kind of questions. And I'm like, sure, I'm your mum. Am I any of them things? And he's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, well, there you go. So you approach that whatever way you want.
The simple answer to that is there's loads of Irish people that don't support Ireland. You know.
Yeah.
So,
good one, yeah.
You know, loads of Irish people don't believe in Ireland and don't love it and don't support it. And so if foreigners want to love and support Ireland, that's really the whole judge of everything, isn't it? it's not about who they are, it's about what
exactly.
they do.
But it's just sad that, you know, you're asked that question when someone knows it, that they feel that they need to ask or need to, you know, and I'm like, but you know your mum is not them things, and he's like, I know, but sure, like, you know, I don't know.
We got to get a good way of doing this because they are sensitive, they are social media bothered, and you know, we've got to kind of feed it to them in a way that they can grow. Now my eldest girl is my youngest girl, the one who was here the other time, she's fairly good. She comes down, she was there at the court case, she don't mind all that. And they're all good in their own environment, sticking up for themselves, and they fully understand and support.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just the approach is all he wants. Yeah.
We're kind of uncool and weird. And Dad, if I'm going, if they'll go to maybe a protest if I'm not there. Okay. if I was there, they go. But sometimes they'll go when I am. We'll see. They're all right.
But look, you're young. I didn't have any experience in any of this when I was that age. When you think about it, like. Right, come on, we get all the kids started.
And they all know that fact. Oh yeah. That's the. So I'm able to.
How's that looking?
Brilliant.
Good.
The Irish people, be God. Looking good, Aaron, there?
Looking good, buddy. Looking good. Looking good.
Aye.
Lovely day.
Lovely day for a raid in the town. Raid the libraries.
Recording and on.
Lads, just let you know it's been recorded.
Yeah.
This man's not an ordinary man. Most people are in the wild ones. He's good of us. Yeah, you know, it's good to hear. It's good to hear people come up and, you know, common sense prevails.
Ahoy there!
You're getting ahoy here now in a minute. Can you fix that shield there, lads?
Come on, Andy.
Go on, I'll hold it in.
Yeah.
I got you, you're alright.
We may as well tie on and then you can do your shields and the rest of it.
Can one of you fix the shields there?
That's all I want to do. I just realised I didn't tie it
You're
in.
not right, are you? So whenever a boat is going by, we drop what we're doing and hold the boards out for the boats, you know? Yeah. Put on a bit of a show. The wind is on their side.
Yeah, it's going to work. I'd say 2 leads on the boards. Sorry, 2 leads on the sail and 2 leads on the boards. And then when the leads get good on the sails, they can do the boards as well.
Yeah. Boys, we got a board there, have you?
Alright, mate.
You'll have a big windy load of footage, you know, if you don't use this. There's another boat coming. Ball.
Okay. So yeah, we ran.
We're laughing, fella. We are laughing.
Well, Anita. Yeah, I can hear. Oh right. Oh shit. No, we'll come back now and get the caravan on the car, right? We had to stop anyway. We're only literally over the other side of the bridge. We'll come back. Jeepers, you sound good for someone who's just got an awful fright. So, did you just come off coming down, going up the ramp?
When I tried to go up, yeah, they put in the key for the thingy to, it's
Oh,
not secured on, it was never secured on.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back and we'll tighten that on for you.
We better go.
Caravan
back there
came
now.
off. Yeah. Okay, see you in 2 minutes. That was some fright,
All right, mate.
I'll get down and get the other board.